Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna show you a DIY. I have this three-tier shelf from Target and I want to turn into a customized makeup storage. So that's the finished look. So if you want to know how I did this, just tune in and I'll show you what I did. So for this project, I use semi-gloss acrylic paint, 60 grit sanding paper, scissors, roller paint brush, shelf inserts, glue gun, ruler or measuring tape, and paper or fabric of your choice. So originally this was a three-tiered bookshelf that I got from Target, and I have these pieces of wood that I'm going to use as an insert. So these wood are pre-cut already, somebody cut it for me, but if you are planning to get it from a hardware, just bring your measurement with you and for sure they will pre-cut it for you. So I am just gonna remove all the shelf. I just try it on if it fits okay, and I'm gonna remove all the hardwares from the inside, and also I'm gonna wipe it off just to remove all the dust before doing anything to it. Next, because I have like a big piece of sanding paper, I cut it down into small squares and start sanding the shelf. As you can see, it's very harsh on the wood. I didn't realize that 60 grit is so like rough. So what I did was, after sanding it with the sanding paper that I have, I smoothed it all out with the sanding block that I have in the house already. I think it's 120 grit, so that smoothens the wood surface a little bit more. After sanding the wood, I just grab a damp paper towel and wipe it off just to remove all the dust and stuff from the shelf before painting it. After that, I'm going to lay out some newspapers on my floor just to protect it from paint. But if you have an outdoor space where you could do this, I prefer you doing it outside to, air out some of the paint smell that you're using. But I don't have that space, so I'm gonna do it on my living room. Don't worry, I'm opening my window and stuff like that to air out the paint that I'm using. And yeah, so basically I just pour some paint onto a paper plate and dip my roller paint into it and start painting the wood. I suggest you do the same direction when you paint, just so you don't have that streaks on the wood after you paint it. And I also use a sponge brush just to get into those areas that I couldn't get into using the roller paint brush. And after the first coat, this is how it's gonna look like. I tried painting the back inside of the shelf, but the paint didn't really stick to it that much because of the material. It's like a cardboard material. So if you are using the same shelf as mine, skip that process and just cover it with something. So after that, I applied 2 more coats of paint, letting it dry in between each coat. So after 3 coats of paint, this is how it looks. Let it dry for about 24 hours before doing anything to it, because you don't want your paint to be chipped whenever you insert your shelf or do anything to it. So since the back part of the shelf didn't work when I painted it, I'm going to use a glue gun and this pretty wrapping paper that I have, and I'm gonna measure the width and the height of the inside of the shelf, and I'm gonna put the measurement into this paper and cut it out and tape it onto the back of the shelf. It's a little bit easier to tip your shelf like this and put in the glue gun and just lay your paper down just like so. So this is the finished look without the shelvings. I just want to show it to you before putting in all the shelvings. And I just find it pretty with a pop of color inside of the shelf instead of just plain white or plain black inside. Next, to lay out my shelving, I am going to try on some of my makeup storage to it just so I know the spacing of the shelving that I'm going to put. After marking the spacing with the shelf insert, I am just gonna go ahead and insert all of the shelvings that I painted. finished look of my customized makeup shelf. That simple chevron wrapping paper really made the whole shelf look so chic and girly, and I'm just so in love with this. This is just so perfect for organizing my makeup and also perfect for the space that I have in my bedroom. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you'd like to see more DIYs, give this video a thumbs up, and please don't forget to subscribe for you to be able to be notified if I have new videos. And yeah, thanks again for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!